An early morning water rescue after a ponga boat overturned off our coast. Several people sent to a hospital and search efforts are still underway. Police are combing an Otay Mesa neighborhood looking for answers after a man was found dead inside a home. Just 2 weeks before the opening ceremony, organizers announcing major changes to the Olympic Games. ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
Thank you so much for joining us this Thursday morning. I'm Virginia Cha. A man found dead inside his Otay Mesa home. San Diego police say his girlfriend is the one who found him early this morning. ABC 10 News reporter Natay Holmes joining us live from the South Bay, where police are still trying to piece together what happened. Natay?
Virginia, there's still a lot of unanswered questions regarding this case. Now, there was trauma found to the man's body, but police say that they are waiting on the medical examiner's office. They actually just arrived here on scene to get more information about exactly what happened. Now, I spoke with neighbors in the area who say they are shocked because this is the first time that something like this has happened here.
If it ended up happening that it was outside, I mean, that's more alarming to me, just because we walk around. There's been times where just me and him, we walk around here like past 10, just pretty late, just sometimes. So yeah, I mean, who knows? I don't know when it happened, but I got to look into it. But it's just kind of unnerving, I guess, a bit.
Now, police have had this area, this portion of Caminito Quixote blocked off since early this morning. SDPD says they got the call around 3:30 a.m. We're told the man's girlfriend woke up to find her boyfriend on the ground with trauma to his upper body. Police say she called 911, but when medics arrived, the man was pronounced dead at the scene. At this time, police cannot say if the trauma happened inside of the home or if the man came home after an incident elsewhere, but detectives are currently speaking with the girlfriend and other possible witnesses. If you have any information regarding this case, those detectives would like to hear from you. In Otay Mesa, Natay Holmes, ABC 10 News.
Thank you, Natay. Now to an update on breaking news we first brought you this morning. Lifeguards still at Moonlight Beach in Encinitas searching for any more people who may have been in the ponga boat you see there that capsized. ABC 10 News reporter Marie Cornell is there live. Marie, crews already rescued quite a number of people this morning.
Yeah, Virginia, 8 people were rescued. At this point, officials aren't saying much about their conditions. They are saying there are no fatalities, but we do know that there was one individual that they were doing CPR on. From above using the Coast Guard helicopter to below on the water, where lifeguard crews spent several hours Thursday morning looking for anyone that may have been inside this red panga boat that capsized at Moonlight Beach. Firefighters say they got a call around 5:30 for someone who needed help at the beach. When they arrived, they found people in the water. 8 people were rescued. You see them wrapped in blankets being checked out. We're told many of them suffered from hypothermia. Charles Sandoval is a fisherman. He arrived just as the rescue efforts were underway.
Tundra just pulled up, had a body in the back, and they're loading him up to the gurney. He didn't look good to me.
Lifeguards say they found oars and gas tanks near the boat and 18 life vests, which is why the search continued.
18 life vests were located on the beach, which indicate to us that there were up to 18 passengers inside the ponga.
But they believe some may have walked away once they got to the beach.
People were identified walking up the streets, leaving the area, so that's what oftentimes happens.
At this point, it's still unclear where this boat came from. And as you know, we've covered a number of similar incidents like this. We've even told you about different agencies that have added extra resources to help deter situations like this one. We are still working to find out if any of those tools were used today. Live from Encinitas, Marie Cornell, ABC 10 News.
I look up the alley and it's like a river.
A river that made a big mess in Mission Beach overnight. A water pipe break flooded that neighborhood, created a sinkhole so big it started to swallow up the white van you see. Witnesses say the van got caught in the mess when the driver tried to drive through that flooded street.
It was bubbling. Oh yeah, the cement looked like it was starting to go, and yeah, he looked hesitant and decided to give it a go. It pauses, kind of wonders, should I drive through this water? Obviously made the wrong decision.
The city says it started when a water main connector broke. Crews were dispatched. They eventually shut off the water, but that also cut off service to some homes. Repair work was delayed too when the high tide pushed water into the sinkhole. Still no word on whether any homes were damaged. About 25 homes are under a boil water advisory right now. From rescue to recovery, the focus of the search in Surfside, Florida has shifted. Weeks after the condo collapse, officials say they are no longer looking for survivors. They have confirmed 60 deaths so far, with dozens of people still unaccounted for. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest on the search efforts and the growing memorial to the victims of the collapse.
After 14 days of hope and determination, a heartbreaking turning point in Surfside, Florida.
We made the extremely difficult decision to transition from Operation Search and Rescue to recovery.
Over the last 2 weeks, crews feverishly searched around the clock, braving heavy downpours, high winds, fires, intense heat, and the risk of falling debris, desperate to find any survivors. But now authorities say there's no chance of finding life in the rubble.
The building collapse itself, the pancake, which is gives you the lowest probability of survivability, coupled with the fact that it gives you very little voids.
Those tireless rescue teams joining local religious leaders in a moment of silence and prayer for all the lives lost in this unthinkable tragedy.
We're coming to pray for the souls of those who have been deceased.
The memories of the victims honored in the beachfront community as so many try to cope with the sudden loss.
I have 8 friends. I lose 8 friends into all the victims from the collapse.
And those who survived now rebuilding their lives from square one. The building was entirely demolished over the weekend.
So this is your bedroom now?
That's my bedroom.
82-year-old Zulia Taub is living in a friend's apartment, her home of 22 years and all her belongings destroyed.
I came out with the pajama and a house coat.
That's it?
My purse.
Meantime, the recovery effort continues. Because of the demolition, crews are now able to reach every corner of debris. And even though officials say it will be as urgent as rescue efforts, it could still take weeks to get to the bottom of all the rubble. A grand jury has agreed to investigate how this happened. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
After months of back and forth amid growing coronavirus concerns, big last-minute changes are being made to the Olympics. Now, the Summer Games in Tokyo will be held mostly without fans. A Japanese official announcing the news this morning. The move coming just after Tokyo declared a state of emergency over the pandemic situation in that city. So no spectators allowed in Tokyo, where the bulk of the games are being held. But events in other cities could still have a limited number of fans, although that's still up in the air right now. Organizers maintain proper safety precautions are in place for the athletes. The opening ceremony is set for July 23rd. Well, police are asking for your help to find the people who vandalized the Jewish Student Center at San Diego State. According to San Diego police, 2 women walked up to the front of the Chabad house on Montezuma Road. One of them started shaking the large metal menorah. You can see that they're breaking one of the arms. They say the other woman tore a large piece off a banner on the front of the building. Estimated damage to the banner and menorah, $1,200. Both women are described as white with brown hair, in their early 20s. Anyone with information is asked to call SDSU police or Crime Stoppers. Crime Stoppers is offering a $2,000 reward for information leading to an arrest. Police are investigating after a man was shot on Imperial Avenue overnight. Police told our photojournalists at the scene that it all started after officers in the area heard almost a dozen gunshots nearby. They found at least 10 shell casings and a car with bullet holes in it. Minutes later, they say a man drove to Sharp Coronado Hospital with a gunshot wound. Police believe he had been shot at the Imperial Avenue location. The shooting victim was transferred to UCSD Medical Center with non-life-threatening injuries. We're learning more about the violent stabbing attack that left an Uber driver dead in National City. Police confirmed late last night that the suspected attacker is a 17-year-old girl. She was arrested shortly after the incident. Uber has named the victim, confirming Raquel Weber was one of the company's drivers. In a statement, Uber called her death a senseless and brutal crime, and they said they are ready to work with law enforcement on this investigation.